We are back on the Korean server because they added a new character last week and I forgot to cover her and make a video showcasing a little bit the new cheeky girl on the Korean server. So let's talk a little bit about Inkle. She's a new composed girl. Before we start, obviously, hello the internet, welcome back to the Waifus. I'm Sefhi, your favorite gambling addict, and today's topic is actually going to be Inkle, this character right here. We'll check her kit, what she does, but for a small TLDR on this character, alright, this is going to be a composed back row magic damage DPS, right? Elemental girl. Her skin and her design is really good. Her base design with the ink going down, okay, it's super nice on the back on both her hair and her dress. I really like it. And then she also got a nice skin, which for some people is reminding them of a specific comic, which I will not comment on. But that's basically how she looks and the first skin she got, which is pretty cute. That said, let's jump directly into showcasing her in-game and her skin as well in here, and a little bit of her skills and how she works. I'll leave a like, subscribe, and make the channel, and let me find the new girl. I got lucky, I had a multi, I don't play this version anymore. But I had a multi and I actually one-tap her, which is pretty nice. As you can see, really cute girl, nice side boob, head skin right here, which I like a lot. By the way, I was checking this and I forgot. Do you guys see this background that the skin has? Global doesn't have this yet. We will get it at some point, but on the Korean server, each skin you buy, you also unlock the background. Meaning you will be able, with this button right here, bottom left, you will be able to change the background of your skin. So anytime you buy a skin, for example the Inkle skin, you can put this background on BB or on any character. And this applies for each skin in the game. Global should be getting this at some point. I hope it's soon, because this is a really cool feature for you to be able to mix and match skins with different backgrounds, right? Which is super nice. This was not a day one thing, so we will have to wait a little bit to get it, but hopefully it doesn't take forever. That said, back to Inkle. Stop talking about quality of life, okay? Let's talk a little bit about her skills, how she works. This is going to be probably a short video since there is not a lot of things to talk about when it comes to skill sets on the Korean server. As you all know, this is a reference. The Korean server is completely different to ours. That's it. Skills. Let's jump directly into this, okay? I'm going to be switching into Namu, because this is basically where we have everything on the Korean side. The automatic translations also might have some mistakes, as you all know, but it should be a good reference. Also, her PV is super nice, bro. I think this is an actual painting you can get for your house now as well, and it's super cool. I like it a lot. Before we go into her skills, if you guys want, and we talk about them, we can also show her furniture set. Maybe something you guys are interested in previewing for new characters coming out. So she has this painting, like I was saying earlier, super nice, animated for your house if you buy it for 800 gems. And then she has her furniture set, which also has the ink style. I think this is probably one of those that I will most likely buy whenever it drops, because the animations and whatnot. But there is so many good looking furniture sets that it's hard to decide which ones you want to save for, right? At least for free to play, it's going to be hard to decide, oh, I want to save for this one, or this character, or for the specific one. The good thing is that they are not limited. They will be running them in the future again, but you have to wait a long time. So it's better to get them the first time they're actually running the set. That's it. Let's check her skills a little bit, starting with her freshman skill, which is going to be right here. Ink bubbles gush out, dealing AoE magic damage to enemies, blinding them and leaving an ink glow. The blindfold, as usual, makes it so normal attacks miss, and doing some nice magic damage, 1150% and a 6-second blind. That's actually pretty good. If you have some SP, you might be able to have really good uptime on this blind, right? Obviously it depends if we are getting also a 6-second duration. Level 10 is still a 6-second, and 1150. The skills go to level 13 in Korea, but for now we don't have to worry too much about that for us. So that is a pretty good basic skill already. Her senior skill, on the other hand, it's a 35-second cooldown. Spread out the ink painting to inflict AoE magic damage to enemies and leave 3 ink marks. Increase the attack speed of allies above the ink painting every second. Okay. Let me see what is the ink mark. Okay, so the ink mark basically applies to almost everyone, because both Sherum and her got the attack speed buff. Attack speed buffs, I've already talked about it, but they are one of the best buffs in this game when it comes to characters and how good they can be. Like, for example, Renewa. Like, even in global, we have a couple that can give attack speed, but those characters tend to be really strong. So at level 10, this is a 2.1k% of magic damage, really high modifier. a 3-second duration on the ink painting, which is going to be increasing attack speed by 50% only for 3 seconds. Okay, it's not a huge duration, but it's still pretty decent. Considering she is a DPS, right, not a support character, she still has some utility for the team, which is nice. And then lastly, we have her basic attack, which is going to be normal magic damage, leaving an ink stain, and then ink light stacks up to 3 times and cannot be cancelled. So the enhanced version of this is going to be inflicting damage to all enemies with a final pen touch. I assume this is basically the ink stain itself, right? So all of the enemies marked will be getting damage. Damage is added equal to the amount of ink color stacks the enemy has, and all ink light stacks are consumed. Okay, so you can basically leave up to 3 stacks on an enemy with your ink light, and then your enhanced attack will consume all of these stacks and deal more damage. 250% per stack the enemy has, which is pretty good. And the enhanced attack will automatically trigger if the enemy has a specific number of marks. I'm going to assume it's whenever they have 3 marks, right? Yeah, so we can see it directly here. The enemy will get up to 3 stacks of this debuff and then automatically be consumed for an enhanced attack, dealing a lot of extra damage. Alright, for a DPS, she looks pretty nice. Also, she has her aside, which would be the passive for us when it comes to the second one right here, right? So let's check her aside and what these would be changing. As usual, the first one, it's only stats. The third one is also stats for everyone. Let's check directly the second level. When the wave starts, damage increases for a certain period of time. When hitting twice with the basic attack, an ink color phenomenon blooms, inflicting additional magic damage over a range to the attacking enemy and leaving an ink color red mark. When an enhanced attack hits, an additional stun is inflicted on an enemy with 3 stacks of ink. Okay, so not only is it going to be making it easier to stack all of these marks for the basic attack right here, but also it's going to be inflicting a stun, and it's going to be giving you increased attack at the beginning of each wave. All in all, looks like a pretty solid DPS kit. I am not sure currently when it comes to compose character on the Korean server, if she can compete, like for example with Diana, right? Because Diana is a fantastic character, or if she can compete with the other DPSs they have. But she looks really solid, and to me, it's a character that I will be pulling for. But to be fair, Trickcal is a game that every character is a character I want to pull for. This fucking game, all of the characters just look too good. All right. That's it. That's basically everything for this video. I only wanted to show a little bit how she looks and how her skills work. Just a short one until we wait for new content on the global server. You can also check how she laughs. I think adding the laugh interaction is one of the best things that the Trickcal devs have done. Now that's it. Enough ranting, enough jumping. That's basically everything for this video. Just a short one going over Inkle's kit and how she works. And the Korean server, this will be different for global, but it's still a good reference. We are live every single day. Links in the description down below. Good luck with your pool internet, and I'll see you on the next one.